The NewsWatch 12 21st Annual Sportsmen's and Outdoor Recreation Show is completely online this year and begins tomorrow.
The virtual sessions include everything from fishing, gun safety for kids, and water safety by the Coast Guard Auxiliary. Today, NewsWatch 12's Anna Orsini spoke with the U.S. Coast Guard District Commodore about the effects with this new approach to the event and boat safety precautions to use in our area.
So with fewer options for indoor recreation due to the pandemic, more people might be heading out on the water this year. What are some of the topics you'll be discussing during this year's show?
So we really want to get into trying to teach them how to do a float plan so that a neighbor or somebody knows where they're at when they leave home and when they're supposed to come home. Intro to basic boating safety. We want to talk about life jackets, definitely, okay? And we want to go over nav rules light, and that's more about how to interact with other boats on the water, lighting, sounds, and stuff like that. We can't get into the whole thing at the show, but we can give an intro to it. And then, of course, ask the auxiliaries. Anything that you need to know, we're there. If we can't answer, we'll definitely find the answer.
I think when people head out on the water, a lot of people think about, I can swim, I'm good to go, but there's so much more that goes into it than that. So why is it important that people do participate in this seminar and do learn these things about water safety ahead of the warmer season ahead?
Well, I think last year, and we had the same thing. We had a pandemic, and everybody wanted something to do, so they went and bought boats and kayaks and everything else. The unfortunate thing is they really didn't have the boating safety classes and stuff. We did start at the end of the year virtual classes in unison with the state of Oregon, the Oregon State Marine Board, which we're doing right now. And we actually, because in Oregon, anything over 10 horsepower requires a boating safety card and taking a course. And just, for instance, the fatalities, the thinking that today is a perfect day, nothing can happen, I'm a great swimmer. And in actuality, it's proven over time that that's when most of the accidents happen, are on clear, great weather days.
And unfortunately, that is the reality out on the water, as well as that just because you can swim doesn't necessarily mean you are safe. You could get stranded out in the middle of the water, and no matter how great of a swimmer you are, it won't really matter. So for people that are going to participate in this seminar, why is it important for them to know all aspects of water safety? Even if they maybe don't have a boat themselves, why is it good for them to know about boat safety?
So everybody's your neighbor's keeper, so to say. And the best way to safety is everybody having an understanding. We call it first mate, be a captain, know what you're supposed to do in case the captain has something happen to them. But the biggest problem we have is in our waters, especially in the Pacific Northwest, whether it be lakes or along the shoreline, is the weather and the temperature of the water. And so we have a saying about swimming. It's a 50-50 rule. You have a 50% chance to swim 50 yards in 50-degree water. And it just holds so true. So the more you can know about whether it's hypothermia, what to look for, whether it's if your friend or your family is in trouble. Every time we give a boating safety class, I always start one with, I'm not here about passing or failing you. I'm here for you to learn, because what I really feel is that someday in the future, I'm either going to save your life or one of your friends or neighbors' lives if you just retain a little bit of what you learned from it.
Now, the NewsWatch 12 Sportsmen and Outdoor Recreation Show is Friday through Thursday, March 4th. But if you don't get enough by next week, there's also an encore presentation available March 12th through the 13th online. You can find a link to join in this year's virtual show on our website, kdrv.com. And be sure to stay with us. We'll be hearing from more show participants throughout the evening here on NewsWatch 12.